Okay, I think this is everybody. We're missing... The one shepherd's not here tonight, so I think this is... Yeah, their puppy got kicked by a horse, so he's okay. He's okay though. She's actually a pretty famous horse breeder, Arabian horse breeder. Really, she's got a beautiful place up in the Prospect. And anyways, so I think the horse and the dog were playing, and I think when you have a horse and dog playing, sometimes they get a little bit too close, and that's all it takes. All right, so you guys ready for your next session? So last week we got to 3 things. My goal is to be 4, but I think I talked too much last week, so I'll try to talk a little bit less this week. Give me 3 things that we worked on last week. Engagement, okay? Somebody explain to me what engagement is. Okay, focus. Anything else come to mind? Relationship, I like that, okay. Anything else? So engagement basically gets the dog's mind ready to work. You probably experienced this with your dog. You ask your dog to do something, and the dog doesn't do it, and you're thinking, okay, can the dog hear me? You'd be amazed how many people call me up and say, I want to teach my dog how to listen to me. Well, I guarantee you the dog hears you. The dog can hear you a mile away. Now, whether the dog does it, now that's when you come to me. So, okay. What is something else we worked on last week? Yes.
Value, increasing your value.
Okay, that kind of goes along with engagement. There's an F word I'm looking for. Free, gotcha, okay? Give me a definition of what free means. Release, you got it. Basically, every behavior starts and ends. There has to be end to the behavior, or the dog doesn't quite understand that, hey, I'm done with whatever mom and dad asked me to do. In fact, I met with the lady this weekend. I trained a club out in Jacksonville, and we were working on the same thing. We're actually working on the healing with the dog, and she had been tossing the reward. We use a toy. She had been tossing the toy without saying release. So every time the toy moves, the dog would release itself. And she was getting really frustrated until we realized that it wasn't necessarily her fault. It wasn't necessarily the dog's fault. She just was not releasing the dog. So the dog was basically releasing it herself. So it makes a huge difference if your dog understands, hey, training's over, or now I can, be done with training, okay? And then we worked on down. So how did we do this week? Give me a report card. Did we have success? Did we have failures? I like failures too. Don't say, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell them that I just really was not able to get anywhere.
Failure.
Okay, failure, okay.
Yeah, I had a failure too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Success, okay. So far I'm 2 for 1.
He figured out how to go down without having to go under my leg.
Nice.
He said, you're short and I'm big. I'm just going to go down right here. And it worked out. He tried.
Yeah.
And then he realized what I was asking of him because, after a few times of trying it, so he would go down right next to my leg.
Nice, okay. Okay.
I wasn't quite sure when to start putting the word.
That's a good question. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? How do you guys do? Yes, go ahead. Zoe.
Oh, I know you said to make sure that he does it like 9 out of 10 or...
You got a consistency.
But I was still a little unsure, so I didn't want to mess it up.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a moment. How do you guys do?
I didn't work with him very much. It was my grandmother did.
Okay.
She did say that he's things that she wanted to bring here was so he could socialize a little.
Okay.
He's not used to that. And he usually doesn't like people, but we had some people over the other night, and he got along great with the kids and was running around with them, not hiding or jumping or anything. And he listened when they would no falls.
Nice, okay. Okay. And how do you guys do?
Good. She doesn't understand the word down, and she'll go down if I just motion towards the floor with food.
Gotcha, okay.
Anything.
Yes.
So we would try to, I would stop and she would immediately sit. So I was like, how do I get you to stand up without having to chase me around the house?
That is a really good question. So, I'll answer that in just a second. So, not at all. You guys weren't able to get the down at all.
Well, I'm so big, I can't get down far enough.
Okay.
He'll squeeze down and his back legs are still up, and he'll go far enough under him to get the treat, and there's
Did you sit up? Did you sit all the way on your bum?
No.
Okay. Try sitting all the way on your butt. Put your legs straight out, and then you can adjust the height of your legs.
Use your left hand.
So,
I use
It doesn't necessarily matter what hand you use. If the dog is on your left side, use your right hand. If the dog's on your right hand side, you use your left hand. Okay? And be inventive. You know, this is one of the things that I'm not trying to brag about myself, but because I'm in the fact that I'm in chair, my whole life I've had to look at things differently and overcome and solve problems. And you'd be amazed what I live by myself. I don't have anybody that lives with me. I have to see a problem and say, okay, how can I overcome it? So I do the same thing in my dog training, and you guys have to do the same thing. So it's not necessarily about the legs or the key to getting your dog to down. Basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the dog's front body to drop first and then its butt. So whether you use, like we used that pipe last week, or you use the legs, or I had a client that had a Great Dane, not this Great Dane here, but another Great Dane. We used one of these chairs, led the food underneath the chair did awesome. Okay, dog learned really quickly, hey, go underneath the chair. So I don't want you to get stuck on using the legs. Find something that works for the dog to drop his butt or his front end first, and then his rear end. Okay. So we'll talk about her sitting issue, and then we'll talk about when to pair the command. So it's pretty common for the dog always to offer the sit, and this is in dog terminology. The dog is offering a behavior, and the reason why the dog usually offers it is you got to think about it a little backwards. If every time you said pickles, I handed you $100, but when you said apples, I only handed you 20. Okay? After a month, what would you always offer, or what would you always be excited about? Pickles or apples? Okay? So what happens is usually dogs sit. We reward the dog for sitting. The dog learns really quickly, oh, hey, the more I sit, the more I get rewarded. So then everything turns into a sit. You can ask the dog to shake and the dog will sit. You can ask the dog to do something, anything, and the dog will sit. Why? Because the dog is so focused saying, hey, I know if I sit, I'm going to get the reward. And the dog is a problem solver. Okay? The dog's not necessarily an idiot, but the dog doesn't reason like you and I do. But the dog does problem solve very easy. The dog says, okay, if I sit, I know I'm going to get a reward. You're asking me to do something. I don't know what you want yet, so I'm just going to sit, and hopefully that's the right answer. It's kind of like your girl's bringing home their spelling test, or your girl bringing home the spelling test, and just guessing on all the problems. Man, she doesn't know how to get the correct answer, so she's going to guess, hoping she still gets a reward. Does that make sense? So one of the things you guys can do is if your dog constantly offers the incorrect behavior, ignore it. Don't reward them for it. And pretty soon the dog's going to realize, okay, sitting is not getting me is not the correct answer. Okay, what is the correct answer? Then the dog will start thinking, okay, what is the correct? How do I get the correct answer? Okay. So when do we pair a command? That's a really good question. And I know this is kind of backwards thinking because we've all been taught, okay, bring the treat over the dog's head, tell the dog to sit, and the dog sits and get the reward. But unless your dog does the correct sit now, or the down, whatever it may be, with my dog, I want the puppy to do it right away. If the puppy is not sitting the moment I say sit, I don't put a command to it. When the puppy drops his butt down, then I start pairing command to it. So if for like a month I'm working with him and he's not sitting at the speed I want, or he's not sitting straight like I like, I don't put a command to it. I make sure he starts offering the correct behavior before I put a command to it. So if you like the way he's downing, it's okay for you, and he's consistently doing it the way you want, then there you start putting command to it. But if half the time you tell him to down and he kind of just rolls over on the side, or 30% time he just kind of rolls over on his back and says, scratch my belly, you really want to put a command to that, because then it's counterintuitive. The dog is learning that down really doesn't mean this, it means this. And if the same problem has 3 different answers, the dog is not going to learn the correct behavior, or the correct answer to the problem or the behavior. Does that make sense? Okay.
So when he does it, right.
You reward him. All right.
I reward him, and then I say.
You free him, and then you do it again. And then if he does it like 10 times in a row the way you want, then start putting command to it. Okay? Really good question. Okay, so do we need to go over engagement, free, or down before we move on tonight? Sure, by all means. You're putting command to the action that the dog is doing. Okay. Can I use you for a minute? Okay, do it wrong 10 times. Okay. Raise your foot. You did it right. Yours don't do it right. Okay. Raise your foot. Raise your hand. Okay, she didn't do it right. Hey, raise your foot.
What?
Raise your hand again. Wait, raise your foot. Okay. Now, I'm telling her to raise her foot, right? Okay, she's raising her arm. She doesn't know what I want, okay? But if I walk up and I tap her leg and I say raise her foot, and she raises her foot and I reward her, wait a minute. Okay, so instead of putting a command to it, I'll tap her leg, she'll raise her foot, and then I'll reward her. I don't put a command to it. I'll do that again. Now she's realizing, hey, okay, when he does this, I do this. Now I'm going to say raise your foot, tap the leg, and now she understands raise your foot means this. Thank you. You did really well. Yeah, exactly. So basically, we're just teaching muscle memory before we put the behavior to it. Okay? Any other questions on that? All right. So, does anybody's... I know we didn't cover sit last week. Does anybody's dog not know how to sit? Do you have your hand up? It's okay. Maybe she has a question. Does anybody has... Now we feel bad. Does anybody's dog not know sit? Or, I mean, you guys haven't worked on sit? Okay. So we'll go over it really quickly. Lots of fixes kind of come in mind when we teach the dog sit. We realize if we hold a treat above the dog's head, the neck can only bend so far before the butt has to go down. Okay? So spine aligns with the neck and the butt goes down. Pretty easy physics there. However, one of the things that I do like to encourage people to do is not teach their dog to sit 10 feet away from them. Can I use you again? What happens a lot of times is people do this. Okay? They'll have a piece of food. They realize if they hold it above the dog's head, the dog's going to sit. So what the dog does, he does this. He rocks back a little bit, and then he'll kind of sit. So what is she inadvertently teaching the dog to do? Back up when they sit. So instead of doing that, you guys are going to try this in a moment. Okay? She's going to have food. Now, she's going to start with the low engagement. Remember, everything's going to start with engagement. Because right now, this dog here, he's engaged with that puppy right there. So if she was to ask him to do anything, what's the chance of him doing it? Probably slim to zero, okay? So I'm engaged. I'm ready to learn, okay? She's going to take her hands, bring close to her body, slide them up her body, and wait for my butt to drop. The moment the butt drops, she's going to feed me, okay? So she's not doing this. She's not taking away from it and I'm backing up and sitting. She's getting me to sit close to her by sliding the hands up the body. Does that make sense? All right, let's all try that. So stand up. Do a little engaging if your puppy needs it or your dog needs it. If not, then let's see you do a sit.
Depending where the head goes.
Yes, if you're kind of tall, so you'll hold the food like to your knees and bring it up between your knees.
Okay.
Okay.
George.
Okay. Hold on. Can I pick on your husband for a minute?
Sure.
I can pick on you. What does look at me mean?
Nothing.
Okay. So you can't tell him that because he has no idea what he's saying.
Put a whole sentence together, you never understand.
You might as well speak to him in French. You'll get better results. Okay. Here, take a little handful of food out.
Okay.
Start by feeding him. No, a good handful of food.
Oh, man.
Yeah, good handful of food. We're not communists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, feed him one right now. Just feed him. Good job. Oh, good. Feed him another one. Okay, now he's engaged, and you didn't have to ask him to do anything, right?
So keep him while you've got him.
Put both your hands together.
Hands together.
Okay.
Now bring him up.
Okay, do you mind if I pick on your wife for a minute?
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Big quiet.
Yes.
Okay.
One trainer at a time.
Okay.
Hold on to the very end of your leash.
Okay.
Okay? Good handful. Grab a good handful. Okay? Put both your hands together. Put your hands right in front of his nose. Bring your hand right to your knees. Okay, now slowly bring them up like you're zipping your pants. Close your pants. There you go, there you go. Oh. Okay, now feed him. Good job.
Good boy.
Good. Jump back and say free. Even though we didn't tell him sit, we still release him from it. Jump back and say free.
What?
Okay, now you're in charge. I can go help somebody else. You did really good. You're texting. I'll come. Oh, not what? What do you have?
Well, he eats his food at home. He eats
Yeah.
it right away normally, but he's not like eating it.
Not even the hot dogs?
Yeah.
Here, pull
He's
those.
distracted by all the other dogs.
Hi, honey. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
Come here. Archer.
Put right with. Doesn't he eat at all? Wow. Did he get fed today? Not at all today. Wow. Here, take out a good handful. Because I don't think she can get any better.
Cheese.
Oh, he likes cheese?
He did last time.
Oh, let him have it. Okay, I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna get kind of personal here. Is this your dog or your grandma's dog?
It's my grandma's dog. But he, I mean, he.
Okay, but how much of a relationship do you have with him? Do you like during the day? How many times do you play with them, work with them, train them?
Yeah,
like,
I'm the one that does play with him.
all the
She
time?
can't, yeah.
Okay.
She'll throw a ball around with him sometimes when she's sitting in her chair.
Okay, and
He has more attachment to her than me, if that's what you're asking.
gotcha. Okay, and who feeds him?
She does.
Tell her to stop feeding him.
Okay.
You need to feed him. If you're going to do the training with him, you need to have a relationship. I don't think it's necessary that he doesn't necessarily don't want to eat. He just really has no connection to you. Oh, good job! Okay, grab another piece. Grab a handful. I know. We'll try it again. And next time he eats one, I want you to make a big deal. Oh, good. One at a time. Just try the hot dog. What is that?
He doesn't say what.
She brought me. Thank you.
Here, you can have the rest.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, feed him one and make it a big. All right, good. Make it a big deal. Pet him. Yeah. Oh no, wait. Pet him out. All right. There you go. Okay, save the food and break those in half. That way you have a little left. Okay. And yeah, tell her bring some string cheese. He seems to like that more.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, how's it going?
Good.
All right.
Good.
Nicely done.
Wait.
Yeah, what's the tongue? What's the tongue?
Free.
Not
She sees the hand motion. It's the hand motion that triggers
the free.
her free. Yeah, I assume it's only a matter of time before she
coincides it.
I think
It's
that
okay.
took the longest. She was so confused.
Can you come?
She would
Come.
stay like down. And
Yeah.
Like,
Girl.
Gotcha.
like I don't trust you.
Here, do the set again. I'll show you another way.
Andy, sit.
Good. Okay. Come here. Have another piece in your hand. Just jump right back. Jump back and say free right now. Jump back. Free. No, you jump back.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't want you to drop the food. I want you to just jump back and say free. Try it again.
Sit. Free.
Good. There you go. And feed her for that. But before she sits, so she doesn't think she got rewarded for the sit. If you were to, can I talk to your daughter for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name? Audra. Nice to meet you, Audra. If Dad came up to you and gave you like a big hug, would you like that? Would you give him a big hug back? Okay. So sometimes like movement creates emotion. Like if you come up to your daughter and you give her a big hug or tickle her, what does she do? She reacts, right?
Yeah.
So if you jumping back, say free, all right. Your dog does the same thing. All right, we get to play and react now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That'll be better than tossing the food.
Free.
Just like that, and she likes that. How's he doing? She's doing.
She has
Nicely
learned to
done.
sit further away from me
Okay, and how long have you been doing sit with her?
since she was. See, I
And
got
that's-
her when she was 6 weeks old.
And that's a hard thing. So up to
Yeah.
now, she's been getting. So if you like the way she's sitting, then that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
My job is to show you the best I can. Your job is to take what you want and apply it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, good job.
She knows sit,
Yeah,
and she's used to that way.
Yeah.
Like I told her when we tell her to sit for her ball,
yeah.
I tell her go sit there, and she goes over and sits over there so I can throw the
Well,
ball.
nice.
When she comes in after one potty, she sits in one spot, and she gets a good.
Well, good job.
She knows. She doesn't sit.
Yeah.
She's never been that close.
Well, if you want to teach her, now you have the right tools.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it going?
Oh, he's sick.
I kind of figured so.
Yeah, we got-
But look how far he's sitting away. Why not teach him to
Yeah, how do I decide what is far, like... What,
Okay,
when
well,
do
if
I-
you ever want to do competitive, you want him to sit right at your feet.
Right at my feet?
You got it.
Sit.
Good job. Not too bad. Good start. Okay. All right. So, how do you do? Awesome. Good job. So tonight we're going to work on 2 different things. We're actually going to work on 3, but it's going to be 2, and I'll explain to you why. So we're going to work on attention, and we're going to work on leave it and take it. So we're going to actually start with leave it and take it because it seems to be a little bit more complex, even though attention is first. I'm going to ask you a trick question here. If your dog is in the backyard and your dog is barking at the dog on the other side of the fence, and you open up your door and you yell at your dog, is that fair?
No.
I'm glad you agree. Okay, so why isn't that fair? That's just what they do, right? Okay. Would you yell at your dog for wagging its tail or licking? Probably not, right? So, did I already tell you this? Did we talk about this last week? Okay, good, because you guys know the answer too quick. So, if you want to teach the dog to stop barking, do you know how? Nope. You teach the dog to bark. You teach the dog what it is that they're doing that you want to stop doing. Because if the dog doesn't understand what barking is, if it's just some natural response they do, the stimulant, then obviously the dog doesn't realize what they're doing. So what we do is we teach the dog to bark in order to help the dog to stop bark. Does that make sense? No, we're not going to teach your dogs to bark right now. However, we're going to use this philosophy. So we are going to teach your dogs how to leave food alone. But what do you think we're first going to teach your dog? To take it, right? So take it is super easy. Basically, in a moment, you're going to have a handful of food. Basically, you're going to have a handful of food. You're going to hand the dog a piece of food, and you're going to say, take it. That's all you're going to do. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute. I thought you taught us not to pair a command to the behavior. However, do you really have to teach your dog how to eat? Your dog already knows how to eat. So this is the one contrary to the rule. So basically, you're going to take a handful of food right now, hand it to your dog, one piece at a time, and say, take it. So I want you to do 3 sets of that, 10 pieces of food each time. Okay? So take it, hand the dog a piece of food. Take it, hand the dog a piece of food. Okay, go ahead and do it. And put about a 2-second count in between each one. So take it, 1 1,000, take it, 1 1,000. Okay. It's okay. Then I'll test you in a minute.
Okay, well, we're gonna fail then. We've been doing great until then.
Be confident. Okay, when you do this, don't put your dog in a sit or down. If the dog chooses sit, that's fine, but don't put them in a secondary behavior. Okay? Yeah, do at least 3 sets with like a good handful of food each set. Like 5 pieces, 6 pieces of food. Good. Okay. Don't do that yet. Okay, I'm gonna help you a bit. No. I'm gonna help you in a better way. You're already setting the puppy up for failure, okay? It's okay, I'll help you. It's okay. Good job. It's like, I like this game. How do you do this week on the, is he feeling
much
better?
Yeah, his pads are all
Nice.
healed, so we
Good
worked
job.
a lot on the deck. And
Good. All right.
and we did,
Did we talk about his weight last week?
yeah.
Okay, good.
We've already started working on that too.
Nice. Probably got to train your family. That's the hardest thing. Okay. So if you guys, I'm guessing you guys done at least 3 sets. Take it each time. Okay. I'm going to use this young lady here because she's already got a little bit of a insight of what we're going to do, and she's going to help me explain it. Okay, come out here, please. So one of the things when you do this is you don't want to be too ambitious and set your dog up for failure. However, you also don't want to be too repetitive. If in a minute you're going to learn leave it. However, if you do 2 take it's and a leave it, 2 take it's and a leave it, what do you think the dog's going to learn really quickly? How to count. Not necessarily take it, but they're going to learn how to count. They're going to say, wait a minute, you just do 2 take it's, I know it's coming. You want to make sure you randomize this. So the dog is thinking about what behavior did mom and dad just ask me to do? Did mom say take it or did mom say leave it? Okay? So watch what she's going to do. She's going to start with a couple take it's. So we're going to say take it, hand the dog a piece of food. Can you come hold the dog's leash for me? She's going to hold your leash for me.
Yeah, I thought I had it with the...
It's okay. She's a professional leash dog holder.
Awesome. Hi. Hey.
And she smells like German Shepherd.
You wanna listen to me? You wanna take it? There we go. You want me to
Do a couple more take it's.
take it?
Good.
Take it?
Good. One more take it.
Take it?
Okay, now watch what she's going to do. Put your hand up higher. Hand up higher. Higher.
Oh, even higher?
Yep, right there. She's going to open her hand and she's going to say leave it.
Leave it?
Okay. Now, when the dog goes for it, you're just going to close your hand. you're not going to take the hand away. This is really important. We don't take the object away. We just eliminate the chance of failure. Okay? Open your hand again, say leave it. Good, bring it down a little bit, stop. Okay, open your hand, stop. Open your hand, don't close it. Now say take it and hand it to him. So when you say take it, you want to bring your hand down.
Okay,
Yes.
I didn't know if I felt like I needed him to.
It's okay, we'll do another leave it. So she's going to do a leave it. She's going to bring the dog. Okay. No.
Oh, he did
But-
a good job too, and I blew it.
It's okay, it's okay. So what we're looking for is the dog to not go for it. Not jump up, not even look at it. And completely leave it alone. I know it's kind of hard to see the eyes. Do a couple tickets.
Hold on, let me regate myself.
Okay. It's okay. Good thinking ahead. Okay, so take it.
Take it.
Good. Two more.
Take it.
Good. Don't close your hand. Just hand it right to the dog.
Take it.
Good. Hold the leash back a little bit for me. Good. Okay, another one.
Take it.
Good. Okay, put one in the hand. Leave it.
Leave it.
Okay.
You did good.
No, don't. Okay.
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 do that one.
No, don't move, please. Please don't move. I love your ambition. Okay, open your hand. Okay, don't do anything until I tell you. Close your hand. Okay, wait. Just wait. Just wait. Slowly. Oh, nope. Nope. Slowly open. Nope. So the higher the food drive, the more difficult this becomes. Okay, open your hand.
Close to his face, which is
Leave it.
No, she's just simply closing her.
Leave it.
Take it. Hand it to it. Good job. So I don't know if you guys saw there, but the puppy wasn't jumping up anymore, and the eyes actually looked away. Okay, we'll do a couple more times. Okay, do a take it.
Take it.
Good.
Take it.
Okay.
Leave it.
Take it. Oh, good job. So that was a plan. The dog really thought about it that time. You should have thrown him a party. I love this woman. You're a great ambition. Go sit back down.
yeah.
Okay, so one of the things, here, go sit back down, please. One of the things when you do this, you want to make sure you're not doing is say, oh, good boy, take it. If you say, good boy, take it, enough times, what happens? Exactly. What if you're walking your dog down the street and there's this nasty old McDonald's hamburger that's been sitting there for a month, you say, leave it, and the dog leaves it, you say, oh, good boy. What do you think the dog's going to do? The dog's going to take it, okay? So you're going to go ahead and try this. Okay, so start with a couple take it's and then do a leave it. When you do the leave it, don't make the temptation too much too soon. Put it just above their nose so they can't go for it. If they do jump up, close your hand. When they stop going for it, slowly open your hand. When you see that the dog is making a choice not to go for it, either they look away or they just kind of relax, then say take it and you hand the dog the food. Make sure that the dog doesn't take it out of your hand by just jumping up when you say take it. You want to make it very clear. You're handing the dog the food when you say take it, okay? Let's see you try it and I'll come around and help each one of you. Can you start that way and... Oh. Okay, let's see you guys do it.
Henny, take it.
Good. So when you do this, I actually want you to hand the dog the food.
Oh, okay.
You like play it right in their mouth.
Take it.
Good. Especially since you have daughters. Can you imagine if they're walking through the house with a candy bar and the dog thinks, oh, it's right there, I can take it. Did it get handed to me or did it just take it? See? You want to make it really plain and simple, okay?
Fortunately, that hasn't been an issue yet, so.
You're very fortunate, especially with this dog.
Henny, take it.
Good. Do another take it right away.
Take it.
Another one.
Take it.
Good. Okay, put one in the palm of your hand. Say leave it.
Leave it.
Close your hand. Wait. Say take it and hand it to her. Nope.
Leave
Clo-
it.
Yeah, so yeah. Timing was a little bit off.
Okay.
However, the fact that she did not go for it is what I liked, and we should have rewarded her for it. Okay, open your hand, say leave it.
Leave it.
Right there, say take it.
Take it.
Good. Do you see her back off?
Yeah.
That totally tells us, okay, you've done this before a little bit, I can tell.
Alright.
Good job.
They just yelled no.
Yeah, don't do no, though, because you use no too often.
He's eating the treats there.
Good to see you, Grandma.
Hi.
Hi.
Take it.
Did you show exactly what to do? Okay, keep trying to come right back to you. Have her do a couple sets of take it first, okay?
Take it.
Okay, how's it going?
I think it's going okay.
Let's see.
He's not super food.
So food motivated?
I
So
mean,
leave it's going to
and
be pretty
he
easy.
hasn't eaten since last night, and he's still not. I mean, he'll eat, but
Yeah.
he's got the favorite toy in the bag just in case.
Good job. So as he starts losing weight, this will make a huge difference. You got to imagine if he's this big, he had food a lot. So when you start losing weight, when he gets down a little bit, it's going to help too with this food drive.
Really, it was I don't think we've really been feeding him any level control. It's just that he's my running partner, and
he
when
stopped
I quit running, he had to quit
His
running.
body went into, yep.
And then all of a sudden we were both heavy and was like, oh my gosh, now
I know
what
that
we're gonna
feeling.
go do?
Okay, so once you're probably back to running and he's burning some more off,
Yeah.
then he's probably going to be a little bit more motivated. And some of this
So-
is genetic. Some dogs just don't have a lot of food drive.
Well,
And you have some good reward there too.
Yeah, we've got a little variety here. So then, obviously, he's taking it, and then
Leave it.
leave it.
Close your hand. Okay,
Oh,
wait.
I wasn't supposed to take it away, was I?
It'll bring
Leave
it up just a little bit. Okay, open your hand. And say, take it.
Take it?
Good. So even though, I don't know if he coincided looking away with leave it, but he did leave it, so reward him for that. Okay? Basically what we're trying to do is either he doesn't stop staring at it or he just stops going for it. Some sign that he's leaving it alone.
Okay.
Imagine you have kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're teenagers, but.
Okay, imagine when your kids
nonetheless.
were like young, you took them to Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Mom, can I have this? And you said nope, and they stopped asking altogether. You'd be like, all right, you want to reward them for that, right?
Yeah.
This is the king concept. But what if they kept saying, Mom, can I have this? Mom, can I have this? Mom, can... Obviously, they're really not leaving alone.
Right.
They're not accepting the answer that you gave them. This is the same concept. So you're just looking for some sign that he's like, okay, I'll leave it alone, Mom. And then when he does, we reward him for it.
And after time goes on, and since he's not super food driven anyway, do I do it with a toy? Or
You can do it with the toy, yes.
something
The
else?
idea is we teach his behavior with food, so he understands the difference between leaving and take it. Then yeah, you should be able to toss a toy, say leave it, he leaves alone, and then you should be able to tell him take it, and he'll take it.
Very cool.
Okay, and I'll tell this to everybody, but the idea is to be able to like walk by other dogs, cats, bring them to your farm and have them leave chickens alone. I mean, that's the ultimate goal because a chicken's way more than a piece of food.
And he's not prey driven either, because we go out and we run where there's open range.
Yeah.
And we're lucky if he even glances at the cows.
You're
So
very
I'm
fortunate.
like,
I brought my puppy to the fair today, or the other day, and he saw a cow, and he just like, that's the best
Well,
thing
that's
to
a
slip.
puppy, too.
Exactly. Keep trying. How do you guys do?
Now I'm noticing when he's like, and he's doing it almost every time.
Nicely done.
So here, let's see if he'll do it now. Nice.
Okay.
Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. And then he looked at. Yeah, he's like a complete look.
That's a good job. Don't say good boy.
Oh yeah.
And you're making it. Your energy is going to really help you with this dog. However, sometimes it's going to hurt you.
It's gonna,
Be
yeah.
calm with this. Say calmly, bring it out. Say leave it. If you bring it out quickly, say take it. He's just so activated. He's just going to go
Yeah.
for it. So
Okay.
make things really clear. Quickly. Say leave it before you even bring it out. Like say leave it right now.
Leave it. Leave it. No. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
Okay, don't say leave it again. Just.
And then he looked right at me when I.
It's
brought it.
okay. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. So a couple things I want to bring to kind of attention here when you do this. Try not to say leave it more than twice. Only more than once if you can't. But don't keep saying leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. One of the things I brought up to this young lady here, if you have kids, this will make sense. Imagine you bring your kids to Toys R Us and you're walking through the aisle and they're, Mom, can I have this? Mom, can I have this? And you tell them, no, you can't have that. Mom, can I have this? Are they really accepting the fact that you told them to leave it? Or are they just bugging you, hoping you'll give in? Okay? Your dog is the same way. If your dog just keeps jumping for food, you just keep saying leave it. Your dog jumps for the food, you say leave it. Is the dog really learning how to leave it alone? Probably not. You want to say it once. If the dog fails, you just close your hand. Okay? Wait till they stop going for it. Open your hand again. The dog still understands. Oh wait, they didn't tell me to take it, obviously. If I didn't say take it, guess what Mom wants me to do? Mom wants me to leave it. So the less you can do and the more the dog can do, the more this is going to carry through all of your obedience. I mean, ask yourself this. Do you want to tell the dog to come 10 times or you don't want to tell the dog to come once? Okay? Same thing with everything. You want to tell your dog to leave it once or you want to tell him to leave it 10 times? Okay, same concept. Okay? As your dog does better and to leave it, you can increase the temptation. In other words, right now it's just right above the dog's head. Pretty soon you should be able to put the food right in front of the dog's nose, and the dog understands leave it. Then you can put the food on the ground and say leave it. Then you can, put a steak, a barbecue steak on your porch while you're barbecuing and tell the dog to leave it, and the dog says, okay, I firmly understand that. Now, that doesn't mean go home tonight, have a barbecue, and put a steak on your barbecue and expect the dog not to steal it. Okay? My dogs are horrible for this. Sometimes you have to set your dog up. My dogs are notorious for realizing that, oh, nobody's in the kitchen, I can get away with it. So I'm kind of inventive. I get mouse traps, and I set mouse traps up on the counter. Now you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, that's really mean. However, if I tell my dog to leave it, he jumps on the counter and the mouse trap snaps his nose. Was it my fault or his fault? Yep, he failed, right, when I told him to leave it. And he just learned an important lesson. Just because I wasn't there does not mean that I can't still enforce it. Now, that doesn't mean go home and put mouse traps up. I'm just saying sometimes we have to think outside the box, okay? The goal is for you to be able to say leave it to anything, whether it be your cat, whether it be another dog in a store, whether it be whatever the case is. But you first have to make sure your dog firmly understands the difference between leave it and take it with food before you implement something else. If you're thinking you're going to go home tonight and teach your dog not to chase your chickens, don't do it. Your dog is still going to chase your chickens. However, make that your goal. Teach the dog leave it enough where you can increase the temptation where chickens won't be anything to the dog. Okay? Any questions on that before we move on? Okay, so we're going to work on two other things in the next 15 minutes so I can jam it down your head. So, this is where it gets a little confusing. We're going to teach your dog attention, but there's a difference between attention and engagement. Attention is going to be a behavior we're going to teach your dog. However, engagement's not necessarily a behavior. You don't walk up to your dog and say engage, right? Engagement basically is a frame of mind, attitude, energy we're showing the dog. If you're we're kind of curious about the engagement and confused about it. I don't know if I told you this last week, but imagine coming home for an entire week, and if you're a man, you bring your wife flowers for an entire week. On Friday, what would your wife be thinking? Exactly. Your wife would be happy to see you, and your wife would probably fix you your best dinner and give you a beer and say, watch the game all day, right? Why? Because you got her engaged. Why? Because you kind of laid that foundation. So engagement basically is an attitude, is a frame of mind getting your dog to work. Where attention, we are going to teach the dog the act of looking in your face. Here's how we're going to do it. I can use my friend Christina here that's drinking on the job. I should fire her.
Only vodka.
Only vodka, all right. Okay, so right now your dog knows you have food in your hands. It's going to mostly be staring at your food. Hey, this is kind of fun. I know wherever the hand are the food. We're going to try to get the dog to look at your face. So what Christina's going to do is, now that I'm firmly engaged, she's going to take a piece of food, put it in front of my nose, she's going to bring it up to her cheek, and she's going to feed me, okay? And she's just going to do this again. Hey, where's the food? Hey, it's up there. Hey, I get it. That's kind of interesting. There's the food. It's up there. I get it, okay? When you do this, a couple things you want to do. Don't do it really slow. In other words, if she does this, brings it up to her face, and leaves it up there, oh, that didn't get me anything. I'm going to look around. She wants to feed me right away for falling up there. Also, switch your hands up. Don't do it out of one hand. For some reason, we always favor one hand. Usually it's because we're right and left, but mix it up. We don't want to teach the dog that it's one hand that we follow or one side of the face. We want to teach the dog it's not necessarily the hands that's getting me the reward. It's looking up at the face, okay? So I'm not going to give you all the steps right off the bat. I just want you to do this. So I want you to do 3 sets of to the dog's nose, to the face, and feed. That's all I want you to do. So do 3 sets, maybe 10 pieces of food each time. If you want to implement take it, when you hand the dog a piece of food, you can easily say take it each time you hand the dog a piece of food, okay? Do 3 sets, and then I'll show you the next step. So go ahead, do it. If sitting down's easier, then you can sit down. If standing up is easier, you can stand up. It doesn't matter whether you're sitting or standing for this. If you have a small dog and you're tall, I would suggest sitting down. Yeah, hold it just right, kind of to almost to your cheek. You don't want to block your face with your hand. Good. Okay, bring it right to your cheek, Dad.
Cheek?
Yep, right there. Yep, and feed. Good. It's a little too long. I want that way quicker. So, and feed. Excellent. Good. Do it again. Okay. Again. Good. Now you're still kind of holding it off to the side. Where ultimately we want the dog to look at your eyes, right? If you hold it kind of to your ears, they're going to be looking off the side of your face. Okay, good job. Reload and try it again. Excellent job. Okay, wait. If you do that again. I'm going to show you why you don't do that.
Up here?
Yes, freeze. Now, is the dog looking at your face or your hand? You'll hold, yeah.
You mean because I've crossed?
Yeah, so
Okay.
switch it up a little bit. One of the things that I encourage you to do as you do this more is don't put the bait bag right there. Put it on your backside. Because the dog learns really quickly, oh, does mom have a bait bag?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh, I can move it right now.
Okay, that's fine. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? All right, let's see.
Archer. Come on. Archer.
Hey, that guy smells good, Mom.
Archer.
Look at me. Hey. Lily was doing it. Archer. Archer.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Archer.
You can't force this, okay? If your grandma's gonna do this, your grandma's gotta do it. You can't force the dog to do it.
Archer.
Let him nibble, feed him a little bit. Good, feed him another one. Feed him another one. Good, feed him another one. Just prime him a little bit. Good job. Okay, now put it right in front of his nose and bring it right to his face. And feed. Excellent, good. Do that a couple more times, okay? Good job. How's he doing? She doing, sorry.
She's doing really good.
Good job, okay.
Oh, watch this.
Okay.
I want to show off.
All right.
Take it.
Nicely done. But kind of to your cheek, not to your nose.
Okay.
You don't want to, there you go, like that.
Take
You
it.
don't want your hand to block your face.
Take it.
Good job, okay. Okay.
She's already taught him, right? Her, rather, I'm sorry, to look at her nose. Watch, show this.
Well, that's fine. The nose and the eyes are...
Sorry. She puts her hands at her nose, not her cheek.
Look. And she looks right in my eyes. If I do this, she looks at my hand.
Okay, now put your hands down. Now tell her to look.
Keisha, look.
Good. No, so not too bad. The goal is to get the dog to look at your face without your hand up there. So you just need to take the next step now. You need to don't put your hand up to your face now. Get her to start shaping the behavior of her looking up
Looking at me
without,
without-
yes. And these are what this guy's about to do.
Without the signals.
Without the signals, you got it. Okay. All right. I need a demo dog. Can I? You want to be a demo dog for me? You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. No, not at all. Not at all. So now we've established that we're teaching the muscle memory to follow the food up to the face, right? Now we got to teach the dog to look up at the face without necessarily our hands up there. Okay? Here, come this way. Okay, so will you hold the leash for him, please? Okay, pull out a good handful of food. Yep, handful of food. So watch what he's gonna do because you guys are gonna do it in a minute. Okay, good handful of food. Put food in both hands. There you go. Start by feeding him a little bit.
You what?
Feed him a little bit. Just feed him one. There you go. Good. Okay. So what it's gonna do is gonna go to the nose to the face for me a couple times. So go from nose to your face, just like you were doing, up to your face, and feed. Good. Okay, do that 3 times for me. Okay. Okay. Watch what he does. It's really important. Good. Again. Again. Good. Okay. Now put your hands straight out like you're doing an airplane. Straight out to the side. Okay. Yep. Now we're gonna give the dog a little bit of test. Oh, feed, 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 feed.
Oh, feed.
So the dog did exactly what I wanted, way quicker than I thought. So what happens is he put both his hands out. And the dog looked right at the face, which is ultimately what we want to do. Okay. Put your hands out again. Let's see if he does it again. And wait. The moment he looks at your face, feed him. Okay. Yes. Good job.
Good boy.
All you guys are not going to... You did really good. Go sit back down. You guys are not going to get that lucky. However, maybe you will. So start with a couple the dog's nose to your face 3 or 4 times, and then put both your hands out to your side. Can I use it for a minute? Okay? So here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be impatient. You don't want to put both of your hands out to your side and start helping the dog right away. Okay? Because I want the dog to try to figure it out. The quicker the animal can learn the behavior on their own, the quicker they're going to learn the behavior without you helping them. Okay? So what she's going to do is I'm going to be staring at the hands because I think that's what's going to be the reward. But pretty soon I'm going to look at the face, and the moment I look at the face, she's going to throw me a party. So then next time she puts her hands out, I'm going to look at the face even quicker, okay? Now, let's say you put both your hands out, and the dog sits here for like 30 seconds and stares at the hand. Make a little bit of noise. The moment the dog looks at the face, then you can feed the dog. But only do that if you have to, okay? The first time the dog looks at your face, thank you, without your hands, throw the dog a party. Feed the dog 3 or 4 treats right in a row. The next time you do it, I guarantee you the dog's going to say, oh, I know what to do now. Okay? Let's see you guys do it. Do this a couple times, and then we're going to move on. You did really well. I mean, he got that really quick. Good job.
So we're going to do...
Yep. Only once or twice. He's got the idea. And will you do me a favor? I appreciate you standing up, but next time I want you to sit down, okay? Just because you're so tall and he's shorter, it's going to be easier for him to look at your face. Okay, wait. Yes, there it is. Good job. Hey, your timing was great that time. Good job. Yeah, good job. Hold on. Be patient. Make a little bit of noise. Just a little bit. Yes. Good job. Feed him another one right away, Mom. Right away. Oh, I would have thrown him a party for that one.
Archer.
Try not his name. Make it go kitty kitty. Yes. There it is. Good job. Keep trying. Say your name once. Yes. Good job. Feed her another one. Feed her another one. Good job. Put your hands right out, right away again. Right out. Yes. I thought she looked at your face. I could have been off. Okay, try it again. Okay, you fed her out of the right too many times already. She's really focused on. Yes, there it is. Good. She got that time. Do it right away again. Right away, Dad. Wait, don't help her. She's gonna do it. There it is. Good. Oh, you cheated. You laughed. Good job. How's he doing?
I feel like I'm doing it wrong because he's doing really good. So hold on.
Okay, you're doing it wrong then.
I know. I feel like
Stop succeeding.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing excellent.
He never looked away.
How's he doing? She's doing.
Off into space somewhere. She's like, I don't care. Keisha, look. Good.
Okay, so the problem is.
When I say look, she does.
Well, then use look.
If
Okay,
I
use.
do this, then she's.
Okay, put your hands out and say look.
Oh, okay. Keisha,
You've already done this with these people haven't done it at all, so you've already a little bit ahead.
Keisha, look. Look.
Ah, so here's the problem. Yeah, she's been conditioned to only follow your hand.
Uh-huh.
You need to kind of implement your old way and this way to get her to do it without your hand. So you're gonna have to kind of go back and teach her a little bit of how I showed you without blocking your face. Kind of put it to your side, and then implement the look again. Okay? But she'll get it really quickly. Okay, how do we feel about that? Fabulous. All right, you guys did really well. All right, so I have 5 minutes to teach you a recall. So I'm going to do this probably with 1 or 2 dogs, and you guys will have to go home and practice it, okay? Can you go? Yes, can you go grab me long one? All right, so here's a concept I want you to think about. If we have a rubber band, and we stretch the rubber band, besides break, what does the rubber band want to do? You got it, okay? So we're going to teach the recall the same exact way. So probably, I can't get my words out. One of the difficulties people have with the recall is they start using come too soon, okay? When a puppy is younger, when they're, I don't know, 8 weeks, 16 weeks, they'll follow us everywhere. We're their whole world. And then come about 3 to 6 months, now there's this whole world out there, the puppies start saying, hey, there's more things higher value than you. And what happens is those things start overriding us, and now we try to call the dog, and the dog says, yeah, I don't want to come to you. And then we get really upset. And what happens is when we get upset, the puppy says, I don't want to learn anymore. And then we go after the puppy, and the puppy says, I really want to keep away from you. And then we get upset, and it really kind of goes downhill from there. So we want to teach the puppies kind of like, or any dog, the rubber band concept. So what we're going to do is I'm actually have this lady start here because she's got a puppy and it's going to be really easy and it makes me look better. What she's going to do is, my friend Christina here, Christina's going to be over here. She's going to hold the puppy on this long line here. Mom is going to come up. Mom's going to show the food to the puppy, and she's going to run back and she's going to say, puppy, 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 puppy. Christina's going to hold the dog. When Mom gets right back here, Christina's going to let the dog go, all but the end of the leash. The dog's going to run to Mom, and she's going to feed the dog. And then we're going to reverse it. She's going to hold the puppy. Christina's going to come up, show the dog some food, run away saying puppy, puppy, puppy. When she gets over there, she's going to let the puppy go. The puppy's going to run to Christina. Now, can anybody tell me why we're using puppy instead of come? Yes, and what was your answer?
I said it's really fun to say. I mean, you can say.
I like that. You're right. It brings some enthusiasm. You know, what I tell people a lot of times is be like an idiot, like me, okay? There's a reason why I'm 40 and not married, okay? The reason being is I'm a goofball. If you ever see any of my videos with my puppy, I am a complete nut, but I guarantee you my puppy is very animated and likes to work, okay? So the more goofy you can be, the better. However, kind of go back to why we don't use come. If I'm the puppy and I'm headed towards Christina and I say, oh, hey, check out this box over here, and she's saying come, and I'm not coming, what invertly is she saying? Or is she teaching me? Exactly. Come means you have options. We want to teach the puppy that there's no options. We're teaching them muscle memory. When we hear come, I come running right away. Okay? All right. Are you ready, young lady?
Yes.
All right. And the reason why we're going to put the dog on a long line is so we can eliminate options also. Because what good would it be if we're doing this and the puppy beelines it over to this shepherd and we have no way to stop the dog? Then what are we teaching the dog? Yep. Set it up for failure. Okay. Come out here, please. Okay. Put the long line in your puppy. Okay, take off your other leash. Your dogs are going to get really excited in a moment. Just kind of sit there and feed them, kind of keep them occupied on you, because I guarantee they're going to get excited. Okay, hold her by the collar.
And run, don't,
Yeah, run backwards.
remember that I was not facing it.
It's okay. And then hold on to the end of the long line, Christina, please. Okay, ready? Show them your food.
No, no. Buddy, buddy, buddy.
Puppy, puppy, puppy. And let him go. Good job. You're right. That was fun to say. Okay, now you're going to hold her. Yep, and then Christina's going to show the dog food.
Puppy, puppy, puppy. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Puppy,
Okay, hold her. Don't let her go yet. Don't let him go yet. And let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Go forward a little bit. There you go. Good job. Okay, grab her right away. Him right away. Sorry. Okay, show him the food.
The other dog's
And let him go. There. That's what we want. Good job. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Okay, hold the puppy. Hold it. There you go.
Look at this. Look what I have. Oh. Puppy, puppy, puppy.
Let him go.
Puppy, puppy. Puppy. Yeah.
Good job. Okay, take your dog back.
Yeah. Good boy now. Ready, Nose?
Okay,
Here, Nose.
you guys want to try this? Oh, you don't have. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's okay. Yeah. Do you want to try it? Well, I don't want to Yeah, that's why. That's why you guys do it. Okay. So Dad's gonna be the puppy holder to start with. Yep.
Take this one.
Mom, I want you to take the end of the leash right now. Take it with you in a minute. Okay. Do you have food?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, thank you, Christina.
Here,
So,
So I'm backing up.
You will in just a minute. Okay, Dad, hold him by the collar real quick. Okay, Mom, come up, show. Actually, I'm gonna have her hold it, and you're gonna go backwards towards that lady right there. Okay. Okay, come up, show him the food. Okay, don't let him go till I tell you that. Okay. Okay. Do me a favor. Hold him by the flat collar, not the pinch. No, the
big
black
black
one.
one.
The black one.
oh, this one?
Yep. Okay. Show him the food, Mom. Run back, say puppy, 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 and let him go. Let him go. Good job. Okay, Mom, grab him by the collar. Christina, can you come hold the long line, please? Okay. Christina's just gonna hold the long line. Okay, Dad, come up, show him the food.
The food and show them the
Yep.
food.
Christina, come this way, please. Okay, run back and say puppy, 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 and let him go. Excellent. Okay, grab him by the collar, Dad. Okay. Now watch what Dad's gonna do. Dad's gonna say free, and then he's gonna let the dog go. So we're gonna implement the release command, and then you're gonna calm. Okay. Show him the food. Show him the food, Mom. Yep. Run back, say puppy, puppy, puppy. Okay. Dad say free, and then you say come. Good. That's what you want. Okay. Good. Go and sit back down. All right. You guys did really. Do what again? Yeah. So, if you notice, so when the person's holding the dog and the other person's saying come, the person holding the dog says free. The other person says come. So the dog gets freed from one person and it's able to run to the next person. So attach the command to the behavior when the dog is offering you the right behavior. In other words, if I'm Christina's dog and she says come, and I walk this slow, then she better be happy with that, okay? If she's not happy with that, then she needs to wait till I'm offering her this. Come on! Okay? So don't put a command to it until the dog is offering the speed and the consistency, okay? This also does not mean take your dog to the beach tomorrow, let them go free and expect them to come to you. Control the environment they're in. Do this in your house, in your backyard, in a controlled, fenced environment before you ask them to do it outside of that environment, okay? Take a leash or show it, give her a little check. Tell her a little check. Any questions on what we handled tonight? Or what we covered tonight? So I know I threw a lot at you. We covered sit, we covered take it and leave it, you're right? And then we covered attention. Yes.
Inflection.
Yes.
Your voice. Is that important?
Yeah, you know, that's actually really good. That's actually a really good point. As men, a lot of times we want to command the dog. Come, sit. It's not like that. I mean, ask yourself this. If you're always yelling at your children in a level of 8 and 10 is the farthest you can go up, when you do need to use your voice, are you going to be able to? Probably not. So we train everything at like a 2 or 3. And then, as the dog knows the behavior and is choosing not to do the behavior, then you can implement your voice. Like, hey, knock it off. You need to do this, and use your voice accordingly. Good question. Okay?
Or end up kind of like yelling at him when you want him to stop barking. It's the same kind of concept.
Exactly. Okay? Any question, guys? Okay, you guys did really good. I will see you next week. I did post last week's lesson on my Facebook. This week's lesson will be posted in the next couple days, so you guys can also review it and go over anything you guys missed, okay?
And you're going to teach us how to teach our dogs how to bark and how not to bark.
Not in this class, but I can give you some ideas after next class. Okay?